Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Dave Golokhov, and today we're going to cover an NHL game between the San Jose Sharks and the Minnesota Wild. Now, Minnesota invested a pretty penny on Zach Parise and Ryan Sutter, yet they still have been struggling as they've gone 2-4-3 over their last 9 games, hitting a very low point this past Saturday when they lost 7-1 at Dallas. Now, the deal here is that they haven't lost to San Jose at home since April 2nd, 2010. With that in mind, do you think that they'll be able to actually turn things around and win this game at home, man?
Well, I think there's some good things pointing to a win for Minnesota in this spot. Most of them relate to the fact that the Sharks could be pretty wary on the road. You know, the Sharks played last night in Winnipeg, and it's a bit of a quick turnaround to go from Winnipeg, Minnesota, going to be a late-night flight. The issue, too, is that San Jose is a West Coast team, right? They're in the Pacific time zone. Now, all of a sudden, they're out here on the East. In the East, they're also a warm weather team. I don't know if the weather is that big of a factor, but still, warm weather team up north in Canada in the cold, and now in the northern part of the U.S. in Minnesota. So different time zone. A little bit of fatigue could be a factor. Also, the third game in 4 nights for the Sharks. Played home to St. Louis, then went to Winnipeg. Now in Minnesota, so 3 games, 4 nights, 3 different cities. I think if you're betting Minnesota, those are some of the key factors. The other one I would say is, yeah, San Jose's won 2 straight on the road, but this is a team that also has losses at Edmonton, at Buffalo in their last 5 road games. So this team is definitely vulnerable when they're away from home. So if you're backing Minnesota, those are some of the things that you're hanging your hat on.
All right, man, now you did point out that San Jose got that win against Winnipeg last night. It was a close one, 3-2, and they're going to try to keep that thing going as they visit the Wild. But there are a few concerns here. Now, one of them is that they're still going to be without Joe Thornton, who's actually going to miss his 3rd consecutive game due to nursing that injury that he has. The other one is, like you did also mention, that this is going to be their 3rd game in 4 different nights in 3 different cities. So I'm sure that they're going to be tired. Now, in your article, you're saying that we're going to be taking a shot on the Sharks, but with the fact that Minnesota hasn't lost a home game to San Jose, what else can you factor in here to validate your pick, man?
Well, I think with San Jose, really, you're taking a look at a couple of things. First of all, Minnesota's playing very poorly right now. This is a team that started the year 11-7-0. Some people thought that they could be a team that is a contender in the Western Conference, at least a playoff team. Right now, they're struggling in the worst way. And I know that Toronto fired their head coach, Randy Carlyle, today, but really, next guy up is Mike Yeo from the Minnesota Wild. If they don't turn this around, he's going to be gone very shortly. Wild are not playing particularly well between the pipes in net, and that could be a big difference here, as the Sharks have allowed just 19 goals in their last 9 road games. So I think with the Sharks, at least you're going to get that consistent defensive effort. With the Wild, you don't know if they're going to get the doors blown off them like they did in the last game, losing 7-1 to Dallas, or whether they're going to be competitive in a contest. Right now, they haven't been very competitive, and that's what points me towards the Sharks.
All right, man, so what's going to be the play here? Should we be leaning on the Sharks in this case?
Yeah, as mentioned, I'm definitely leaning towards the Sharks, but I think more than anything else that we've talked about, it's the betting line here. You take a look at Minnesota, laying -160. I mean, I don't know what kind of crack you have to be smoking to be laying -160 with the Wild here in this spot. This is a team that's been horrible. Maybe -120, maybe -130. It's a team that's been terrible of late. I believe they've lost 4 of their last 5 at home. No clear home ice advantage. Sharks are decent on the road. I know they're road wary. I don't like that, obviously. Those are factors that work against the Sharks here, back-to-back, 3rd and 4. But Minnesota has no right to be laying this type of a number right now. And based on that value alone, you have to take a shot with the Sharks here at about +130, +140. This is pretty close to a pick, in my opinion, even with the Sharks being fatigued. And I think, given the line where it is, being where it is, you have to take a shot with the Sharks.
All right, Dave, good stuff, man. Hey, thanks a lot for all the valuable insights, man, and we'll talk some more hockey again tomorrow. For SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns. Big money free betting contests year-round. a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.